Okay, Larry, you have more New York stories.
Oh, I have another New York story, yes. Now, I was going to explain that as a college student, and I got this as a co-op student from UC, they sent us all over to get these jobs, and I chose to go to New York because I got to work for Raymond Loewy and Associates up on Park Avenue. And imagine me working for Raymond Loewy and Associates. And so I went to New York, and I was there, and I had been studying Latin percussion in
Dayton.
In high school. I studied Latin percussion, and I had a pair of really great bongo drums, and I know how silly this sounds because in retrospect we think of people who play bongo drums as being kind of kooky, nutty guys.
Oh, okay.
And even though I certainly don't fit that
you're kooky and nutty
that profile, I took my drums to New York City with me, and I'd be working uptown all day, and then in the evening I'd go down to the village and I'd take my drums and I'd go to all these various places. I didn't necessarily play them, but I carried them around with me. And
hoping you could sit in or something.
Yeah, hoping I could sit in. And exactly what happened, because I went to this place called the Cafe Bazaar, which had a lot of different acts every night. And a couple of poets were there, and poets always like, for some reason, have this pitter-patter of bongo drums behind them.
So it was just like the corny stereotypes with the poets in the black berets and the...
And they were black poets with black berets.
No.
And I actually ended up doing a logo and an album cover for one of them as a graphic designer.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name. He was a really good friend of... the folk singer that played, the black folk singer that played in Open Tuning and was a big hit at Woodstock.
I don't know.
Anyway, he was a friend of his, and I think his first name was Leon, but it wasn't Leon Bibb. Anyway, I was hanging out at the bazaar, and there was a group that used to come in, and it was they were from the islands. They were from St. Croix. And it was a steel drum band, and it was a guy named Victor Brady who played the lead pan, and then his girlfriend played guitar, and they sang these kind of folk songs from the islands. Then he had two more drummers behind him and a hand drummer. Two more steel drums and a hand drummer. So it was a little steel drum band, and I'd never seen a steel drum band, but the hand drummer was cool, and I met him, and his name was Jerome, and Jerome and I did a little hanging out together because he played congos and I played bongo. And then one day I was down there, and Jerome said, and I hadn't only been in town like 3 weeks when this was all happening, and Jerome said he was quitting the band, and I said, yeah. And he said, well, you should talk to Victor, maybe he would, hire you in to be the hand drummer.